Hello, and welcome to my stream. And I guess if you're not watching this during the live stream, welcome to the VOD. And yeah, it's been a while since I've been done this. I think almost a year. So it's good to be back. I'm happy to be here, and I'm really excited to continue this journey again of Vinland Saga. Man, I really miss this series, and uh, yeah, I think yeah, it's been a while, and a lot of things happened during the year, and I guess I'll probably talk a little bit about I guess why I somewhat disappeared for a year, and yeah, it's mostly just because of I guess it's just having a small channel really isn't really sustainable financially, and so I needed to find an alternative in terms of income to be able to pay the bills. And then once I've been able to I guess settle down a little bit again, I guess I want that's why I wanted to continue again doing this, and hopefully I could grow this grow more and be able to become sustainable in the future. But if not, I will still continue doing this, and just find other alternatives of sources of income, because yeah, I really enjoy, I guess almost everyone enjoys just reading manga and watching anime. So yeah, it's really a great pleasure doing this. So yeah, I guess enough talk, and let me just start reading this manga again. Man, it's been so long. And yeah, I think I've rarely watched anime and read any manga during the past year. But I've watched some that I guess I shouldn't have not watched them, because I guess it would have been a great reaction video as well. But yeah, so I think I guess a little bit of recap. I've also somewhat skimmed through chapters 100 up to 185 just to I guess recap myself, and I guess become much more, I guess a quick reminder of what happened so far. And yeah, the last chapter where man, I forgot already what the name of the tribes is, but yeah, I guess the American Indians, the Mimak something. So Thorfinn has finally been able to work out his strategy to be able to I guess communicate with the tribe peacefully without any trouble of having some kind of dispute from the previous Vikings or previous Nords who came before him, like what life told him. So his strategy is going well so far, and I guess the only problem is that I guess some of the tribes people, I guess I think the shaman or something is a little bit I guess conspicuous, because I think the girl has some kind of prophecy that I guess it's like a prediction of global warming or something, that the trees will be, that she somewhat was burned or something like that. But yeah, I guess that's so far that's the little bit worry that I guess the tribe, I guess it's more like the shaman, because so far the tribes, the meme, I forget what they were called, but the relationship between them and Thorfinn are going well. And I guess the only risk right now would probably be Ivar, this guy, because yeah, I guess I guess I kind of understand his perspective, is that at least you need to be prepared for the worst, in case they are in a position where they have to fight or retreat if they are in danger. But I guess it's also against what Thorfinn is trying to achieve, is that he doesn't his last resort is not violence. I guess it's a little bit, but yeah. So without further ado, let's continue reading chapters 186. I'll try to read as much as I can. Hopefully I could be able to catch up to the latest chapters. But yeah, I'll probably just read through and I guess give my thoughts about it little by little, I guess after each chapter, or maybe after the read through. The forbidden sword whispers, use me. Season 2 of the anime is pre-production. Yeah, man, the season 2. Cordelia's agony. Yeah, I think Cordelia was the daughter of Thorkel. Stupid idiot kid, good for nothing with no brain. Poophead. I'm not a poophead, you're a poophead. Oh, this is Carly, and who's this girl? I guess it's just one of the kids in the village. You're a poophead, poophead, poophead. I guess a lot of years have passed. Yeah, the time is really going forward quickly. No, you're the one who's a poophead. Poophead, poophead, poophead. My daddy is the one who built this way, so it is mine, and everyone should listen to me. But your daddy said that everyone could play on it, but it's mine. I decide who gets to play on it. That's it, I hate you, Carly. We're going. Poophead. Whoever calls someone a poophead is a poophead. Yeah, Ironhide, the statue that they got from Greece. What's wrong with you shithead? I guess this is going to be the common little problems is that just the people, I guess not just the kids, but also the little bickering or arguments that's going to happen within the village. You're calling me a shithead? You're the shithead here. When the sowing was over, the first thing in Vinland was held. The first thing. A thing is a community gathering. Oh yeah, I remember now. A thing. A thing is like a meeting. Yeah. The main issue under discussion was how the settlements would be distributed. Listen here, you shithead. We cleared all the tree from the west bank of the river southward. So that's why our share should look like this. No way we were the ones who pulled out the stumps. And I'm not even talking about all the work we did plowing. Yeah, now this is who owns who? Who owns which? It's not fair. We also want to be by the river. We already decided that you'll be on the north side. I plowed most of the land northwest of the river. Stop erasing my lines. You can't do this. It'll be fine. Stop fighting. We should share the land we cleared this year. If we're going to distribute the land according to who worked the most, then what happens to the second group who only arrived a few days ago? We all work together to settle on this land, so we have to manage and share it equally. That's the best way. Sharing is out of the question. If we split the harvest equally between everyone, those that lays around just benefit. If we don't decide who owns the land, it'll end up starting a fight. Yeah, but yeah, I think this is a common thing. I guess I think during back in the day where the ones who somewhat farm or I guess who found the place sometimes claims territory. There's no like deed of will or something. Who owns? I guess there's no documentation back then. It's just word of mouth or who holds the authority or something like that. But yeah, because this is a newfound land. I also understand that, but even so, don't we already share things like axes, weights, and horses? Tools and land are not the same thing. Yeah, I guess this is where leadership should come in. Someone who would, I guess, who will have to decide and take the burden or the responsibility of, I guess, being told that he's choosing favorite or something like that. Or someone who needs to carefully decide or judge. I guess it's Thorfinn who will have which land. Oh dear, I didn't realize people are so obsessed with the idea of private land ownership. Yeah. But even I am here to build a farm in Vinland on behalf of Master Halfdan. So eventually, I'll need to secure some land as well. But I don't think I have the courage to get between them. No, it's my fault. I'm sorry. I didn't think it through. Yeah, I think that's, I guess it's a good thing that Thorfinn is learning it this time. So at least the next time they go to a different place, I guess he could establish guidelines or rules on who gets to own which. I've never owned land. That's why I couldn't understand what everyone else was feeling. Thorfinn, yeah. No, it's nothing. Thorfinn didn't Thorfinn didn't think this through. He has no idea what he's doing. Right, Cordelia? I've been watching what Thorfinn's doing. He doesn't even want to defend the land. A leader can't behave like that. I have to admit that he's the leader since it all started with his money. Oh, they're talking with Cordelia. However, I don't want to be someone that follows him when he slips up. Thorfinn is naive. He doesn't understand how the world works. It's a big mistake to believe that everything can be solved just by talking it through. I don't think he's naive though, because he went through a lot. It's just that what he's trying to do is somewhat is difficult, but he has the drive, the motivation to do it that way, to be able to work it the way he wanted it to happen. The sword is necessary, and the time of its necessity will come. Understand? Until that time comes, I'm not looking to cause trouble. I'd really appreciate if you didn't tell anyone about my sword. But but maybe I should tell Thorfinn about it. No, stop. I told you not to do that. Wow, she's not stopping. Did you even hear what I said, you big bastard? How many times do I need to tell you? Eivor. I guess he's called Eivor this time. Don't get emotional. Let me. Cordelia. You are quite frankly the most capable out of everyone on this expedition. I think that's something we can all agree on. Whether it's cooking or sewing or whatever you like to do, you're very good at all of it. But above all, you're the biggest and strongest of us all. I'm sure you'll be the best when it comes to battle as well. No, I can't fight. Thorfinn is much smaller than your average man. Oh, they don't know. Maybe it's just not very good at fighting. Oh, they don't know. Forgot that they didn't know. That's why he's sorry. I guess the good thing is that once, I think eventually they'll see it. I guess there will be an instance or circumstance where Thorfinn will have to show his skills, and I guess these guys will finally be able to, I guess, at least listen or admire Thorfinn, because I guess that's one thing. Another thing that usually, I guess, makes people follow someone is, I guess, having that kind of, I guess, fear or admiration. That's another thing to be able to, I guess, to lead to be able to make someone follow you. Thorfinn is our friend. What he lacks, we have to make up for and help him out. Don't you want to help Thorfinn, Cordelia, protecting our settlement? I think so. See, then we feel the same way. But do you think I could do that? I'm a very timid person. Are you worried? So are we. And that's why we need a sword. Even if Thorfinn is unable to understand, I know you understand me, Cordelia. You and I are friends that share the same feelings. Together, we can protect our land. What's wrong, Carly? Carly. Everyone's playing hide and seek over there. Daddy, push me. Were you fighting again? I guess he's somewhat similar to Thorfinn, even though they're not blood related. Because yeah, Thorfinn was kinda an outcast with his friends as well when he was younger. Because he was, I guess he was somewhat also prideful that his father is somewhat the like somewhat like the respected leader in some way of the village. Think about it, and I regret what I did. It's really boring swinging all by yourself, but time will fix it. Time will fix it. Daddy, what is it? Do grown-ups fight as well? Yes, we do. We had one yesterday, and a lot of bad things were said. This time, fix it for them as well. Who is teaching you phrases? Yeah, I forgot that. He'll notice that Carly is somewhat very intelligent for his age, so I guess his comprehension, I guess, and being able to mature, I guess, might come faster. Sometimes time is a solution, sometimes it's not. Have you ever been in a fight, Daddy? Yes, I have, a lot. Was time the solution? No, time didn't help at all. Did you apologize? I did. But Daddy did something so bad to those people that no matter how many times I apologize, they may never forgive me. I think it might. I think we will see it first with Hild. Was it even worse than me taking the swing all for myself? You'll be fine, Carly. Just tell everyone you're sorry, and I'm sure they'll make it up with you. You think they'll forgive me? Of course. Stop. Okay, I'll go apologize. I've had enough of this already. Right. I think that's a good idea. Daddy should apologize lots. I know you can do it. Yes, I'll do my best. When did this happen? You suddenly don't have a lisp anymore. Alright, let's do our best. Okay. Okay, chapter 187. Yeah, I guess I'll talk a little bit about the chapter. I think this is just brewing tensions, little tensions that are starting to, I guess, to build up. And I guess, yeah, I thought that Ivar wouldn't be a big trouble, but I guess them having this idea of fighting, and I guess, yeah, I guess I think in some way they have good intentions, but it's somewhat really going against the plan of Thorfinn, and it will definitely create conflict, especially with a tribe that do not understand them, and especially if they learn that there's some kind of history that what the other Vikings do. So it's going to ruin everything that Thorfinn has been trying to build up, trying to protect, trying to establish the relationship between the tribes. So the Mimamik, I think. So, but I guess we'll see how Thorfinn will handle this, and I think this is one of the challenges that he needs to learn from and overcome. And the good thing is that Thorfinn is he's not so naive that he's not naive that he will just and he's also not an idiot, so he's very smart. So I think he also has the help of other like Einar and the others who might be able to help him in this kind of situation. But it's definitely his first time, because yeah, he's not really the leader type. He used to be a follower. He just follows Askeladd. It's Askeladd who knows this thing. So I guess in some way I guess he might look back to some of the things that maybe he could pick up on from Askeladd. I guess he needs to filter a lot of things. But yeah, so this is just, I guess, the common problems that establishing a village with a lot of people is that eventually there will be arguments, there will be disagreements, and it's the leader's job to, I guess, be the peacemaker or make negotiations that will be able to be acceptable for everyone. At the same time, enforce guidelines and rules and be strict about it, especially if there are people like Ivar in their group where they're trying to go against what it's like the guidelines that Thorfinn established for coming to Vinland, that no weapons, and they were able to slip up weapons, and it's going to be a big, I guess right now it doesn't look like it's a big problem, but eventually if there comes a conflict with the tribe or a little bit of misunderstanding, and once blood is shed, I think that's the nail in I guess that's the deciders, that once the blood is shed, someone dies or something like that, yeah, the relationship will be almost impossible to repair. And I think that's definitely the worry that I have for what's going to happen the next few chapters. But we'll see. Maybe Cordelia will eventually tell Thorfinn about it as well, so maybe that will also help prevent future conflict that might happen. So 187, let me just change the 187. Okay. Season 2 of the anime is in production. Nisquadish's expedition. Now they crossed the sea in search of fertile land. Now a vast wilderness has been transformed into an open field. Oh, we've got water. The settlement spreads as development progresses. So now they're forming a well. Until now, the flavor has been unpotable, but this works. Does it seem a bit salty? Probably because we're near the coast, but this might just be the flavor of the water here. The problem with the flavor is if it's poisonous. We'll only know if it's poisonous after a few days of drinking it though. What do we do? Food taste for poison. That yeah. For the next month, I'll drink this water every day boiled. I knew you'd say that. Of course you wouldn't let anyone else do something like this. If your health deteriorates, stop drinking it immediately. Yeah. What do we do if the well water is poisonous? In that case, we'll dig a canal from the river. That way there will be no cultivated land that's inconvenient to water, and nobody will fight over the land close to the river. That sounds very hard work. A devil's plan. More than the well. It is hard work. Go for it, Thorfinn. I don't think my going for it has any impact on the result. Thorfinn, it's Pumok and the others. Kwe Oteget. Don't. They're trampling the wheat. They only just sprouted. Stop. The Japanese wheat growing technique of mugi fumi, wet threading, was not done in Europe. Wheat threading. Oh, I guess they're in Japan. There's a technique in Japan where I guess the farmers stomped on it. But guys, do you remember how to say stop? Enkaskig, wasn't it? Pulmok, enkasigig. Bug eyes, you really understand the Linuha. Just greetings mostly. As a traveling merchant, it's important for successful trade to be able to remember three or four words in foreign languages. Negotiate like that for us with the Linubi guys and be our interpreter. Stop. That's too much responsibility. I said my vocabulary is just 3 or 4 words. I can't do something as difficult as being a translator. I keep telling you, don't trust me with anything but the ocean. except if it's a girl. Mas gis apsikan mutis kokwet net. Kwe. Go see Mr. Diplomat. You're talking to her. Oh no, I thought it because I thought he's going to say that. Oh, it's a girl. Like, but never mind, I'll do it. But yeah, she's just talking to bug guys. No, I don't understand at all. Why is she talking to me? Oh, maybe she overheard you translating stuff. Gokwe. I shouldn't have acted like I knew it all. Do they think I'm some kind of super speaker? Hang on, stop bugging me. You made her all sad. You're awful bug guys. Mr. Diplomat is I'm not the only one to blame here, right? It's not fair. You guys should be trying as well. This is annoying, even if I want to learn about the Norsemen. I can't get anywhere if we don't speak the same language. But this view, it's exactly like the land I saw in my dream. I wonder if the Norsemen will turn all forests into fields one day, and that my dream was truly a sign. I'd love to ask the Norsemen about it directly, but what's kui is how the Inuit say hi. How does one learn a language? Oh, maybe Hild is pretty smart. Maybe she could make a translation book or something. Word for word, a big wig is made of earth. The Norsemen don't change where they live with the seasons. They always stay the same. They stay in the same place. Is that Hild? I think that's Hild. No. I guess the boat. Don't they have a boat? I guess maybe the sails. Wow, I've never seen them from up close before. What a splendid ship. Not at all like our canoes. With a boat like this, you could take any number of people anywhere. You there? Oh no. The new person, don't touch that ship. Don't run away, you little. So you're a spy. Oh, sorry. Are you okay? Aren't you the girl from earlier at the well? What's all this hiding about? Mumbo. Yeah. Hey you, sorry, I don't know what's wrong with him. He just headbutts everyone. Gokwe net. You said something similar at the well. Gokwe. I got it. Gokwe net. What's that? What's that? What that? Yes. Gokwe net is what's that? Man, but I guess he's impressed. I guess he's picking up from the skills that Leif had. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I guess I'm kind of underestimating the abilities of bug guys. Repeat after me. What's that? What that? What that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Sheep. This is a sheep. Sheep. I did it. I've learned 2 new words from this Norseman. Teluisi, bug eyes. Nice to meet ya. Teluisi, Nisquajij. Nice to meet ya. I guess I never expected it's going to be. I thought it's going to be healed or something, or maybe Thorfinn will be able to. I guess communicate with her. But yeah, it's really cool that I was expecting it's going to be Bug Eyes who will be the one who's, I guess, will be able to, to create some kind of, maybe be able to learn a lot more about each other's languages. But I guess eventually it will happen to everyone else as they I guess spend time together a lot more. So healed in the winter forest. Okay, yeah, I think that was quite a fast chapter. Healed in the god of the forest. Okay, let's change that. Okay, chapter 188, Alone in a Winter Forest. She who lost her teacher and met her enemy Thorfinn once more. Oh, I guess this is a flashback because she still has. No. Yeah, because she's in the winter mountains. So this is definitely a flashback. Early in the morning, the woman came here to do the washing, came across it. And were they okay? Winter brings along uninvited guests to. Oh, yeah. I guess it's just that the time flies by quickly each chapter. So I guess it's just winter. Yeah, luckily they're nearly tripped while fleeing. Still coming across a bear in the season. Do bears here not hibernate in winter? Who knows? The problem is that it entered the settlement. We can't just leave it alone. We need to kill it before it. Oh, this is a problem because I think bears are like. Yeah, I think bears are somewhat important to the American Indians. So I guess they need to communicate that with the Mimic as well. True. Do we really have to? Don't be scared. We can do it if we work together. I'll go back and get the other men. No need. You guys can go back with him. If we enter the forest in great numbers, the bear will notice and flee. I'll go alone. No, Heal. These are bears. For 3 days starting now, nobody enters the forest to the south. Understood. Thank you. What? Thorfinn? I guess they don't know who Hild was. Don't worry. Bears are Hild's specialty. Let's do as she says. Oh. It's not very big. Its belly is dragging in the snow. A wavering gait. Is it searching for food? It eats things like berries. It must be very hungry. As I thought, we can't leave it be. Because yeah, I think brown bears are... Was it brown bears or black bears? Somewhat not very hostile. I think there's a specific type of bear that is very hostile. I guess it depends on the season. So now that I think about it, it's been years since I tracked a bear like this. It's not good how lately I've gotten used to living among people. Before I noticed, I ended up a teacher for the kids. Ah. You're always fighting with daddy. Why? Who says that? Bug eyes. And he said, time heals all wounds. Is it time yet? That idiot. Opening his mouth. Did daddy do something bad? You're angry at him. Did daddy apologize? Oh, man. When the time comes, will you forgive daddy? Daddy's real sorry. Sir, will you forgive him for Carly's sake? Maybe? I think it's eventually it's really difficult, especially for Hill, because it's coming to terms with it's definitely going to be difficult. And because yeah, we saw how Thorfinn reacted towards Floki. If it weren't for Floki's grandson, he would have killed Floki. So yeah, if you could relate that somewhat with Hild, that I guess eventually through Thorfinn, just being with Thorfinn, seeing how much Thorfinn has changed, it will be her who will be able to come to terms with it. And maybe I guess it's still difficult to be able to forgive someone who murdered your someone that you care about, your father or your mother or something like that. But yeah, I guess, but I think it's good for Hild, so that she'll be finally be able to move on and not be trapped in that grudge or hatred towards Thorfinn. It brought down prey, lucky creature, a deer. Still fresh, hasn't been buried for more than half a day. It's close. That hole, huh? The deer satisfied it enough to enter hibernation. Several wolves upwind, far away should be fine. A crow caught something. A small mouse, probably. It's strange, like I can suddenly grasp it. Even though I shouldn't be familiar with this forest yet. It's a good forest. Peaceful. I'll take Carly hunting here when he gets older. Step a person. You who came from the sea, why did you not kill the bear? Because it was our mistake. We took the northern part of that bear's territory. Therefore, the bear was unable to fill its stomach before winter arrived. Even though it knew there were people, it came to the river to hunt fish. Was seen by the women and fled. Despite its hunger, it's a bear that attacked neither people nor animals. It's hibernating now, so everything's okay. I don't want to interfere with its sleep. And I was expecting the worst, that Hild will kill the bear and then they'll create some conflict with the tribe. But I guess I underestimated Hild's ability as well to be able to, I guess, see that and understand those traits of a bear. And wow, that's really impressive. Goes to show her experience knowing about bears, living in the forest. So, you who came from the sea, I thought you hated bears. Oh, I think it's somewhat like a reflection, I guess somewhat like a metaphor towards Thorfinn. That, yeah, she hated Thorfinn, but because a long time ago, a leader of yours was killed. Oh, but how does she know this? And how is he able to communicate this fluently towards with Hild? Maybe this is not one of the Indians. Maybe this is one of the Nords or something. Or maybe I guess time has passed that they were able to finally learn the language of the Nords. Because how is he able to know this about Hild? Because a long time ago, a leader of yours was killed by one. Despite this, you claim to understand the bear. That was long ago. Next time, the shaman's ritual. I guess this is more like maybe that was a dream. I think this is a dream. Or maybe this is the spirit of the bear. Maybe this is the spirit of the bear. Because yeah, it's weird that it's able to talk with Hild. So maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's a dream. Yeah, maybe it's just like subconscious of Hild that's telling her that. Especially after what Kylie told her that. So yeah. Good for Hild that she's finally. I guess it's also good for Thorfinn that. I think this will be also somewhat. I guess big thing for Thorfinn that someone that has insane hatred towards him is now finally able to forgive him. Okay, 189. Okay, Miss Pigul's ritual. I wonder how the apostrophes are read. Or maybe it's just like really Miss Pigul's ritual, something like that. Miss Pigul, I am a shaman of the Lunu called Powin. I take upon myself a forbidden ritual. Great spirits of our ancestors, I revere you always. I am always in your presence. Oh, what's that? Is intestines or seeds? I beseech you, for the sake of all those who live in this land, a fragment of your wisdom, of the ways in the universe, please reveal to me the future of this land. Please reveal to me. How is Miss Sagamao? Gitpi. He went gathering firewood early this morning and seemed very tired. I see he's old too. Is it okay for him to work so hard, but not showing even you, his pupil, the ways of the mystic arts? He says that the future seeing art is very dangerous. I heard Master's teacher died while doing it. Miss Kapag told me that he wouldn't let me succeed him, and this would be his last attempt. I guess it's dangerous because maybe it's the thing that he's smoking, maybe it's very potent, so that's why I guess it's very dangerous. Because I think other shamans as well, there's some kind of like hallucinogen herbs, something like that, that makes them see things. So it's been 4 days and he's eaten nothing but snow. He probably hasn't slept either. He taught you that much, the immigration of the Norse to this land and what they will do to it. What's this? Oh, the elder, the shaman. It's no use. There are no signs of a connection. Clack, clack, clack. I guess his teeth is trembling. His teeth are, yeah. If I continue any longer, I might lose my life. The secret elixir I received from my predecessor has almost run out. As I thought, this ritual is ended with my generation. What is this? It's gotten noisy outside the wigwam. Bang! Boom! Yo! Boom! 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 Outside, no, this is boom from inside. Kaboom! Oh, he's seeing far forward into the future because these are guns. I think this might be the oh yeah, the American Civil War. This is so far ahead. It connected a great spirit, but this is a future I have never seen before. Just like my dream, this isn't what I wanted to see. It is a war of the future. Bang, bang. Was that an arrow? They shoot invisible arrows. Both sides are Norse. It's an intra-Norse war. Where are the Lenu? Are we part of this war? Oh yeah, I guess they are. They are the American Indians. They are big part of the American Civil War. How terrifying! These Norse even have weapons to tear up the land. Terrifying. Correct me if I'm not very familiar with the history of I guess in any history. I just have some vague knowledge. Maybe I've forgotten some of them that I've read in books a long time ago in history class. But yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, this is the American Civil War. I think I forgot how the war started, but I guess based on some movie, I guess that's a bad bad reference to look back, but I guess eventually they'll hint about it. No, this can't be. These are crops. It's a cornfield. The land is full of endless corn. What incredible scale. It's far too much. Have the forest and animals been completely destroyed here? These are furs and beaver pelts. What a quantity. Those facial features are unmistakably Linu. What are you doing? Trading the beaver pelts for? You mustn't take those things. Bang. Yeah. Just what is this? War and unknown illness. I think it's just chickenpox or something. Ripping through the earth. All these lives dying. Our descendants pushed to the verge of destruction, while the Norse prosper. There must be a great many Norsemen beyond the sea. Thorfinn and his crew must only be forerunners. Yeah, because eventually, it's the British that took over. I don't know. I shouldn't talking about what I have no information. I guess specific information, factual information about. We must somehow before the Linu and our land are destroyed by Norsemen. We must do whatever we. What is oh man. So far future, so far. I guess this is just like, I guess somewhat like a reference towards, I guess the whole thing with Vinland Saga is most of it is like based upon real historical events. So I guess going to this, referencing this events, predictions towards, this is more for the viewers, I think, because I don't see this a shaman being able to, because I don't think he could change what's going to happen. So I guess this will just make him look at Thorfinn, I guess the Nords, a little bit more, a lot more skeptical about them, a lot more negative. These two, yeah, he won't be able to change what's going to happen, I guess, in this story, because so far, yeah, I don't think, especially with how things are going, that story, I think, is really just more like, I guess, about Thorfinn's journey in finding Vinland, and this is, I guess, more about a different realm towards about this story of Vinland Saga. So I guess this is more about what's going to happen to Vinland in the future. A weapon of the Norse. Was this even made by humans? Terrifying. We must be rid of the Norse, their destruction. Miss Master. Yeah. Thank goodness, I thought you had died. There was no land of peace to be seen in the future. We must. So I guess this is more just, I guess, a conflict that will happen now that will start towards Thorfinn. And this is a big challenge for Thorfinn to be able to convince them. I guess convince the elder. But I guess it's hard to convince someone who had that kind of premonition, because how will you be able to change their mind towards that once if they have the ability to change, to see the future. So yeah, I don't know how this will play out, but I guess the good thing is that the shaman, he did say that he's just the advisor. He's not really the leader. He's not the one who's deciding what the tribe would do or something like that. So I guess all he could do is give some kind of warning. But I don't know. I'm not really sure what's the purpose of I guess showing those things to him, to the shaman, and how this will play out into the story of this manga. So because I don't know if there's any record where a shaman of the Mimonic was able to had that kind of prophecy or prediction where they were able to see that, so that detailed of the future. So I don't know. But let's go to the next chapter. Okay, chapter 190. The Battle of Jomsborg. On that day, many warriors lost their lives. Talking about Ragnarok. You will disband. Oh, this is a flashback. The Joms Vikings. Well, it wasn't quite that easy. Some guys couldn't just go, oh, I see, to that. The new commander of the Joms Vikings gave his first and last order. But since it was the will of the new commander and King Canute, there wasn't much else to do. Next day, the Joms Vikings without a leader. We were so defeated. Because my men and I knew nothing but battle. With or without a leader, we never even thought of earning our bread by any means other than combat. So, for the next 2 years, we pirated. I guess it's the start of the era of the pirates. I guess. Just me and 20 young guys with nowhere to go. Didn't think of a future. Maybe we were looking for somewhere to die. Commander, I said to call me boss, can't break the habit. Boss, I heard good news at the bar. Whether that news was true or not, there was nothing strange about it. A story of a cargo with gold inside. We stocked it, intending to take ship and all. We meant to stock it, but oh dear. By the time we realized we'd been surrounded by the King of Denmark's warships. Turns out the other guys were a lot better than us. Truth is, I just gave up there. Guess this is my ticket to Valhalla, I thought. Behead them. And then... Wait, don't kill them. Oh! Is this one of the guys who was with Thorfinn? Oh, never thought he was one of the Vikings that in some way Thorfinn spared. Canute, I asked for your protection. I didn't say to kill my pursuers. He's the owner of the ship we targeted. I realized that the ship belonged to the last commander of the Joms Vikings, who'd returned from trading in the east. According to our investigation, these robbers are remnants of the Joms Vikings. If I leave them alive, they'll continue to threaten the peace of our waters. Either way, it ends in disaster for them. Let me talk to them. So that's why. So yeah, this is the guys who were like bringing goods from Vinland to Denmark. Your name was Vargar, right? Do you remember me? Not like I could forget. Back then, I told everyone after disbanding the Joms Vikings, anyone who doesn't have a place to return should join King Canute. Why didn't you? I figured out a trick. The Joms Vikings had become an obstacle to King Canute over there. We were gonna get crushed no matter what. What could we do against a manipulator like that? You're his flunky too, ain't you? I never thought you'd be saving my life. But I'm getting tired of living, so send me to Valhalla here. Valhalla, huh? Why do you wish to go to Valhalla? If you die in battle, you go to Valhalla, Odin's hall in Asgard, to be a soldier in the god's army. Why? Huh? Everybody knows, to prepare for the coming of Ragnarok. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody says that. But why does nobody doubt that Ragnarok is coming? See? It's the Norns. Exactly. It's the prophecy of 3 goddesses. That's the only basis for it. And who are these prophesying goddesses? The future sucks. Really sucks. Did they leave us nothing except our horrifying end of days prophecy? Some ignorant people not only left a prophecy of, oh, I guess this is how it will play out into the premonition, I guess, of the shaman. I guess this is how he will he will argue with the shaman. Some ignorant people not only left a prophecy of destruction that even that all-powerful and all-knowing Odin doesn't know about, but also gave details about exactly which gods and monsters will kill each other. Is that what we believe in? Isn't it lacking credibility? Couldn't the gods be lying? If it's an end of days prophecy, we won't know if it's true before the end of days, right? Canute is laughing. When you put it that way, the powers of the gods could never be understood by someone with your kind, a shallow thinking. The prophecy is true. Ragnarok is coming. That's it. How about we try this then? If the future goes according to the Norse prophecy, and you are preparing for that time, then everything happens according to the Norse plans, and our own decisions have no meaning. Is that a happy thought? Everyone's silenced. Anyway, I'm actually anyway. After dropping that truth bomb to the Vikings who spent almost all their life believing the Ragnarok, and then he goes, anyway, I'm actually looking for a dozen or so strong sailors somewhere not here in a land far past the edges of the sea. I'm building a new country. What do you think? Will you come with me, Vargar? Huh? A country? Where did that come from? Can you do something like that? I have no idea if I can. The Norns didn't say anything about it. You're always so good at making me laugh, Thorfinn. Surrender to him, Vargar. He's made up his mind. Go to Valhalla by my hand or advance to an unknown future with Thorfinn. Choose. Well, that's what happened to us. So, boss. Yeah, this were the guys who were bringing the goods. Yeah, we're heading for Greenland and Iceland. Thanks. I never thought he was. I guess he kind of looks like it, but I never expected that he was a former Yoms Vikings. So the thing is, I thought it's just going to be Thorfinn who's capable of defending themselves in case worse comes to worse. So I guess Ivar will be surprised because I'm sure that's not just Vargar, because this is definitely his men. This is like a band a band of Yoms Vikings. So these are the elite Vikings. So worst comes to worst, Thorfinn has the backup of Yoms Vikings, former Yoms Vikings veterans. So I didn't expect that. So yeah. Thanks. There might still be ice on the way, so be careful. Say hello to Leif and have them for me. Tell them the wheat is growing well. It's amazing, boss. Ever since that talked about the prophecy, I knew you weren't just some guy. No, I was saying childish and pompous things. Embarrassed. No, you exposed my ignorance. When you look at this, what do you think, Vargar? How much wheat will we have by your next visit? I have no idea. The Norns didn't say anything about it. Anyhow, under a blue sky, and an prophesized path opens. That was very wholesome. A little bit backstory of one of the side characters that I never I never realized that. I guess now we know that. Yeah. Thorfinn has I guess they're travelers. I guess they like the transport group. But if they're here, yeah, Thorfinns has the men to be able to fight back in case they have. I guess in case, I think what's going to happen is Ivar will try to create some kind of the vote, or maybe want to take over the leadership, because that's what she has been trying to push so far, is that Thorfinn is incompetent, something like that. He doesn't have the gusto to be, right? He doesn't have the things that to become the leader, but yeah, I guess he still doesn't know who Thorfinn is. I guess they were just I guess somewhat Vikings that happened to try to join Thorfinn's band, because they were, I think, guess they didn't have any job back then. Okay, 191. I think we are 5 chapters by now. So let me know if anything, if think, I guess I guess with regards to especially with the, if you have any knowledge with regards to the American Civil War from the previous chapter, or things probably that I missed, let me know in the chat, or maybe in the comments if you're watching this, if you're watching the VOD. Vinland Saga, Chapter 1, The Day. Showered in sunlight, Vinland's first sweet buds. Oh. The man who came from Europe, Thorfinn, turned 27. The seeds once sown have borne fruit here in Arnheidstown. I think eventually they'll be able to learn how, they'll be able to, I think they will eventually start growing the corns as well. The wheat sown in autumn endured a long winter to become a golden crop in early summer. Ooh. For Thorfinn Karasefni Thorson, the day has come. It's harvest time. Okay, now starting the test run. Oh, and then Hild created, I guess, a mill or something. Ready, Einar. Watch out so your clothes don't get caught in the cog on your right. Got it. Go ahead, Cordelia. Yes. Yeah. Aha, a cool breeze. The wind is too strong. A little bit slower, Cordelia. After being sifted through the rotating comb, the heads of the wheat falls into the threshing machine below, which separates the wheat from the chaff in the hulls. And the fan blows away the leaves and the chaff. Gudrid, if you stand there, you'll get covered in chaff. Wow, whoa, whoa. Now you say it. Then, man, it's a good thing that Hild come along, cause yeah, she was a great, I guess, engineer in some way, architect. That she's been doing this since she was younger. Only the wheat kernels come out of here. How is it? How did it come out, Thorfinn? Amazing! The threshing, hulling, and winnowing happened just like that, and it's clean too. And then I guess if you add the windmill, it will eventually evolve into a windmill. This thing is amazing. It's revolutionary. Doing all this by hand would have been so much work. I can imagine. Wow, it did an unimaginable job. Show me, show me. Me too. I also want to see. Stay away from the vent. Your hair will get caught. Witchcraft! That startled me. What are you saying, Mr. Uge? Witchcraft? I don't know that Norse word. It's not witchcraft. It's a machine. We all made the cogwheels and stuff. The different speeds that the big and small cogwheels turn. Shut up, shut up. At the end of the day, it's witchcraft. Hill did some kind of spell. Yeah, I guess it's whenever a new technology comes out, they always like treat it as a witchcraft or magic or something. Terrifying. Who knows what will happen? I'm witchcraft. That's just like Mr. Oge. I guess Mr. Oge is like the shaman from the Indian tribes. No, Hild, you're amazing. You're good at hunting and smart too. Man, this is great witchcraft. Teach me how to write too, Hild. Ah, look at her. Everyone. I only managed because everyone helped out. I couldn't have done it alone. And I guess she somewhat stopped doing this. I guess she was still doing it with the crossbow. But I guess going back to her roots where she was doing this, I think in Norway with her in her village where she was designing some tools, I guess some kind of mechanism that helped the carpentry in her village. So yeah, this is really good for not just for Hild but also for the Ironhide village that Thorfinn was able to start. And man, having someone, I guess like a scientist or some kind of inventor to be in your tribe is it's a jackpot, because having advancement in technology will definitely make their progress become much faster and become much more easier. So I guess maybe, I don't know if Hild is based upon maybe the inventor or of the maybe of the windmill or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just a reference. I'm not sure. I don't remember if because usually before there's some kind of page where they talk about Thorfinn with Leif Erikson, that they are based upon real life people who started going to Vinland, doing the discoveries and such. I think also King Canute and Thorkel are also based upon real life historical figures. Right, then let's try making bread. Oh, all right. Aha, the men can continue on the harvest until the bread is made. What is that called? That's a bird. Oh, Bagay is in the assistant of Sham. What is that called? Which? The house, not that. Mesgegwisis. Ah, Wisis. That's a horse. Horse. Hop. What doing here? They're making bread. Haha. Bagay's using Niska to play hooker from the harvest is cheating. Quit harping. I'm not playing hooky. I'm fulfilling my duties as interpreter and diplomat. Good read, an idiot. Good read. Don't teach lies. You know, Thorfinn's definitely something. Sorry, Ivar, I'm beginning to like him. Oh. He works hard and doesn't throw his weight around. Decent guy. Ganglati, don't you think so? I guess he's drinking something. I don't think he's a bad guy, but I don't get along with him. Thorfinn deplores violence. If peace can be achieved through peaceful means only, there would be no suffering in the world. Yeah, that's why man. I think eventually once Ivar learns more about Thorfinn, I think eventually he'll understand that that's the reason Thorfinn came here in the first place. because he wanted to avoid the world of Vikings up north, and he left it to Canute. So I guess eventually he learned about it. But a leader is someone who will pick up the sword if he must. That's why I don't understand him, and we don't see eye to eye. Yeah. Don't worry, Pulmuk. He's docile. Go and spigalatal. Just like we showed you. Go for it, Pulmuk. Puna jutog Pulmuk. Medyo akulasit. Wrong. I guess they don't have horses. Or they don't ride the horses. I don't know. Maybe it's just the saddle. They don't have a saddle. Maybe that's it. Maybe they don't have a saddle. You're supposed to put the other foot in the stirrup. Haha. So don't worry. Eh. Ooh, wow, Pulmuk. Wow, that was awesome. What was that? So cool. Look, Einar. They're having fun. Giseg. Haha. It's great. How they don't quite understand each other's language, but they're friends. Yeah, it's wonderful. Thorfinn, Einar. We bake bread. Oh, you did it. I can't wait to try. I did my best. It's a bit early, but let's have this for dinner. Hild also made on. It came out real good, right? This is... Sniff. Einar. It's been a long time. Yeah. After that, I've got another bit of good news. I was maybe going to tell you today. What? Even more than this? Well, if you really want to know, I'm pregnant. I should give birth by year's end. I guess he's already a dad. Really? I wouldn't lie about something like this. Carly, you're going to have a little brother or sister. Where the babies come from? Yeah, knowing Carly is pretty smart. Yeah, that definitely was his go. I guess it's usually what kids ask. Where do babies come from? Well, haha, congrats. Man. It's no use. Hanging on to the rage is pointless. Thorfinn, yes. Oh, man. And I guess the scarf is the one that, like, guess a sign of her letting go. I guess, and now forgiving Thorfinn. I verified your atonement with my own eyes, man. I'm so happy for both of them. Thorfinn, man, look at that. Sorry. I forgive you. He's speechless, man. Man, yeah, that means a lot to him. Because hearing that from Hild is yeah, man. Man, that got to me. That choked me up. Yeah. Man, the expression is, man, it's killing me. You've atoned enough. My anger is quenched. You worked hard to be released from the curse of my revenge. You fought admirably. You are a true warrior. Man! Man! So wholesome. Man, that's really big from... And I guess I thought it's going to be from the previous chapter, but yeah, it's time really has really somewhat shown, I guess, not just the time but also seeing Thorfinn's character and what he has done. Man, this is a lot of good things, and somewhat worries me that what's going to happen in the next few chapters, because there's the thing with Ivar and also the premonition of the shaman. So yeah, so far this is a lot of good things happening, and sometimes it's like it's too good. It's like a lot of good things sometimes. Eventually, I guess it's too much of a high, and usually it's going to start with a little. I guess I'm just too pessimistic, but I guess we'll see. We'll see how it will play out. Man. I'm happy for Daddy. Yeah. Man. I also love, I guess, the symbolism of Hild letting go of the scarf in her head, because I guess she started doing that once after she became, I guess, became a part of the hunter, become one of the apprentice of the hunter. So I guess her letting of go, that's like going back to her previous self as well. And man, and yeah, she was doing the meal, she was teaching the kids. Oh, man. It's so good, so wholesome. Yeah, so much progress that we've seen, and this is it's a lot of good things for Thorfinn and for Hild. And now I guess a lot of those things are somewhat over. Now they could focus, I guess Hild could focus more on doing more different mechanisms, different technology that they could use to improve the village. I think we're now in 192. Okay. Harvest is over, something new begins. Oh, is it standing straight? It's good, it's good. Daddy, what's that rock for? How to read that? This is a cenotaph. A monument to console the souls of the dead. Fridder. So it is read Fridder. Like FR the idea. Well, Carly, you can read it. That's great. He'll taught you now, huh? So this is Fridder's cenotaph. No, we don't actually know the name. This is the cenotaph for many people whose names I don't know. Then why Fridder? Well, Daddy doesn't know any other letters. But knowing only this is enough. Somehow, please sleep peacefully. To you, I dedicate this piece. 1,000-Year Voyage Part 1. Growing both wheat and peas in Vinland's earth. We're back, boss. Sorry it took so long. Good work. Is everyone alright? We're the same old. We've been doing great. The wheat's almost ready for harvest. Next time come by, you'll have loads of cargo to take. That's real good. But if I can say, boss, I've got some bad news. Markland. Yeah. Seems like something awful happened there. 18 days ago, we stopped at Markland as usual on the route back. We wanted to disembark, but as the ship neared the bay... This is the arrow. 2 more flew at us. This is Lenu. This was a warning to us. Don't stop here. We left without getting any closer to Markland. I didn't want to risk the ship and cargo. You showed good judgment. Next time I go drop something off, I want to check on the people of Markland. If you'll allow me, boss. I'll go too. I'm sorry to ask this of you when you're tired, but please prepare a ship for departure. I'm going to, Thorfinn. Wait for me. I'll go and get ready for war. Here we go. 8 days later. Markland settlement. It came from over there, the arrow. The Lunu are expert bowmen. Be careful. Keep a distance from the shore. Boss, it's a settlement. Quiet, huh? Give me a pot and stick. Huh? A pot? Clang, 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 clang. Ah, a deer. Let's disembark. Oh, they were killed. The presence of a deer means there are no humans in the settlement. Or were they captured? Nothing here. But it's been a long time. I'm showing. Nothing here, but no marks of destruction inside either. This wasn't just pillaging. Why? While mounting such a large scale attack. Yeah, no sign of corpses. Boss, we scouted around the area. No sign of human or animal. So they're definitely captured. What are all these arrows supposed to mean? Leaving all these arrows here and not gathering them up is such a waste. Clang, clang, clang. Boss, if you keep that up, the pot will break. I really can't sense anyone around. Either there's nobody in the reach of the sound, or they're ignoring us. Are you testing to your luck by inviting over the ones that attacked here? I just want to talk. Ha! As usual, I feel the flowers in your head. You're saying you speak Linu? Not as well as Bug Eyes, but a little bit. And even if we can understand each other, there's still a lot of information to gain from facial expression and gestures. Take a look at the arrows. Do you think these Linu are up for talks? They killed all the settlers in Markland. No way to know for sure. There's no bodies, no boats, no nothing. Perhaps they packed up, got onto their boats and moved on. Then why didn't they show up in Vinland? Good point. But these people don't know the routes to Vinland. If they are out there, we will find them, boss. Don't worry. I also believe our friends from Markland are alive somewhere. But we can't afford to devote our heavy ships to a hopeless search. We'll return to Vinland at dawn, regrettably. This is your fault. Because of you, we lost 13 people and 1 ship. All because of your stupid experiment. Hey boy, you better watch your tone. If he were still... Yeah. If he finished the sentence, I guess Ivar will know that who Thorfinn was. If only they had proper weapons. If Markland had decent weapons, they wouldn't have fallen to a bunch of guys that don't even know what iron is. I know you think the same way, Vargar. Thorfinn, you can still change your ways. Buy weapons from Halfdan. Vinland does not belong to you alone. Okay, chapter 1 named 3. Vinland Saga, Miracle spin-off Omake. Pioneer Idva-chan. Who wrote this Omake? Story and art by Nishimoto Hideo. Don't they know Vikings didn't have horned helmets? There's absolutely no way Yukimura sensei okayed this, right? Oh, this is Ylva. Last time Leif came from Norway, he had this thing called Brunost with him. Some brown weird substance supposedly edible. Oh, I think the maple syrup. He said it was cheese. What kind of cheese is brown? But he insisted we taste. It tasted amazing, so rich in depth, a bit sweet and tangy, and this strong particular taste I hadn't tasted anywhere before. I had some with my dinner. It was delicious. It paired so well with the mutton. He said it was made out of goat whey. Oh, maybe it's different. Or maybe it is cheese. Should we get some goats? Local sales magazine. Why does she have a magazine? Maybe you can even make it with sheep milk. We could make our own Brunos. Just gotta wait until spring. I guess it's Brunos. But we still have a piece left. Dave said it was God on bread with blueberry jam. I'll open a jar when I get home. I can't wait. So maybe that's what a sheep cheese is like. Sheep cheese is called yeah, Brunos. I haven't heard of it before. And finally, oh, this is a feature version of Ilva. I'm finally done with my homework. Now I can enjoy my favorite hobbies. Crushing ball made out of snow with a tennis racket. Punching balls with my bare hands. Ski. And then build a snowman to protest against supranational patriarchal structures of power. On the first day of the new year, Ilva got a new coat. By mom, made of woolly mammoth. What timeline is this? She went outside to show off. It's a bad idea to go walking in a blizzard, but she didn't care. A penguin. Is this crossover with Golden Kamuy? Oh, it's 192.5. That's 193. So I guess it's like a filler. Chapter 193, 1000-Year Voyage Part 2. The man who returned from hopeless future. Everyone in Vinland was informed about the case of the missing settlers in Markland. Thorfinn shared the entire story with his companions. We couldn't find any signs of life or death, so it's possible they could still be alive somewhere. Please try to keep calm, everyone. Our regular sons go by Markland's ghost twice a year. We'll ask them to search for survivors as much as they can. And wait for news. And please understand, those who attacked Markland and the Gitpi tribe we associate with are completely different tribes. It takes 8 days to reach Markland by boat. There is no way the Gitpit tribe could have been involved with this incident. Please don't think that all indigenous people are the same. Let's keep friendly with them like we always have. Please treat them well. Be that as it may, we can't be sure of anything. There's still lots we don't know about the Lenu. Exactly. We've only known them for a year. My little brother stayed behind in Markland. I'm worried about him. I hope he's okay. Damn it. Oh, now this is brewing some doubt with Thorfinn's decision of not having any weapons. But I think Thorfinn will be able to negotiate with especially if he has the connections with the forgot the name of the tribe, the Gitpi tribe. We misjudged them. It won't happen again. Wait, hang on, calm down. Thorfinn told us not to lump together with Gitpi tribe and those who attacked Markland. Exactly. Pulmuk is a kind and smart fellow. We all know they want to be friends with us, right? Take Miss Niskwajic for example. She's even trying to learn our language. Yeah, the Gitpi clan are alright. Yep. If we get to know each other better, the uneasy feelings will go away. Naive, too naive. You stop it, Mr. Uge. Don't shout like that. Scared the life out of me. What do you mean with naive? Have you guys forgotten? There were settlers that came to this land before us. They waged war with the Linu before retreating. Once would be an exception, but if it happens twice, you can't overlook it anymore. The Linu will attack us at every opportunity. This proves that's their nature. I don't know about that. You might be overthinking. Didn't you lose an axe the other day? Why is it that no matter how hard you look for it, you couldn't find it? Are you saying that the Linu stole it? They want iron tools, so an axe can also be a powerful weapon. Iron, wheat, and sheep. We have a bunch of things that they want. It's not surprising in the least that the Linu would want to take them all from us. That is true. Huh? Wait a minute. There hasn't been a single sign of that until today. We've been getting along so well. They're only pretending to be friendly. So I guess this guy is one of Ivar's men. I don't remember him talking about this before, and I think the only time he appeared was from the previous chapter when they were mailing the wheat and saying witchcraft, or maybe he's just another guy who's very pessimistic. It makes perfect sense if you think about it. No, it doesn't. There's no evidence at all. Don't just say stupid things, Mr. Uge. We have no reason to trust them. It'll be too little too late after they've ransacked this place. You and Thorfinn are both too kind. Think about it. For the Linu, we are just invaders. One day, out of nowhere, a bunch of people barge in, settling however they want, expanding their fields more and more. Do you really think the Linu would accept us with a smile on their face, Einar? Yeah, I guess it's somewhat true. Their smiles are hiding something. It's more natural to think this way. Well, don't you all think so? We have to protect our land. We need to get weapons and do some scouting as well. Always prepare for the worst. Uge. The Norsemen are invaders. Do not allow the Norsemen to destroy our forest. We must not allow those who do not respect the spirits to live on this land. I have seen the future. I have seen their endless desire. They will destroy our forests, destroy our tribe. I have seen what happens when they rob this earth of its wealth until it dries up. There are many more of their people across the sea. If we allow this Torfis crowd to settle here, one by one, more Norsemen will follow to tear and devour this land. We cannot allow that to happen. We must drive the Norsemen out of our land. So I think this shaman was able to, I guess maybe he has more influence from the tribe in Markland. That's why they captured the Norsemen there. But I think the relationship with this tribe is much stronger because of Thorfinn, because of especially his assistant, the girl, has been able to get along well with Bug Eyes. So were you listening, Pulmok? What? Huh? What? He's drunk. Are you still drinking that fire water? I told you to stop that. Huh? Why don't you drink some too, Puowin? Blow all your troubles away. Alcohol. The indigenous people of North America had never heard of alcohol until it was brought to them by the Europeans. You have been completely poisoned by the Norsemen, haven't you? What's with those clothes? You even look like them. Pretty cool, right? It's super comfy. It looks great. I want some Norseman clothes too. Me too. Okay. I'll get some for you the next time you trade. All of you still don't understand after all I said. Now, we've just heard it so many times already. We know it by heart. The invisible arrow, right? The technique that tears the earth apart. The storm of doom. All because you saw the future through the secret arts of the spirits. You saw something so amazing. It turned your hair white. I don't doubt that, okay? You're a great seer, I know that. But we didn't see it, so we don't really get it. What I did see with my own eyes were fields of wheat sown by the Norsemen. Miss Kupg, did you know that bread is made from wheat? Like this, knead it into a powder and bake it. I was allowed to bake some bread too. Those wheat fields were created by destroying the forest. I know, what's wrong with that? The forest and the sea are fickle. Sometimes you spend a few days without catching anything. It doesn't matter if we're hungry, we can do nothing but rely on the blessings of nature to survive. But not the fields. Food is born from the same place time and time again. If we can create it as many times as we want with our own power. We need to wander the island in search of food. Elderly people with weak legs and children can live comfortably. Is that a bad thing? Do not change the way of life set out by the great spirit. Fish can't live like birds. You never know unless you try. I'm learning how to grow wheat from Thorfi and his friends. Chief Gitby, I want to hear your thoughts. Great healer, Miss Kupg the Wise, our tribe has often benefited greatly from her advice. We should keep a close watch on the Norsemen and be on guard against the appearance of the fearsome weapons you saw. However, should we not learn what good we can from the Norsemen? As chief, I wish to make everyone's life easier. Alright, I understand. Please don't be offended. I'll do my best to prevent the future you saw from happening. Persuasion didn't work, but I mustn't give up. I'll do whatever it takes to drive the Norsemen from this land. Oh no, whatever it takes. He might create a scenario where it will look bad for the Norsemen. But yeah, I guess what he's saying is somewhat true that I guess there's some bad sides with, I guess it just comes with technology and with humans' decisions as well, and there are some good things, there are bad things, but I guess with advancement of technology, I guess it is true that nature is the one to suffer. And look at where we are now, and yeah, a lot of but I guess now some people are still trying to get back from that, from all the things that, I guess, the damage that the humans has caused to the nature, to Mother Nature. And yeah, I guess it is it is true what he's saying. But yeah, but I guess, but doing whatever it takes will create unnecessary violence, create unnecessary problems. And I think communication is really a big thing. He just needs to communicate that maybe they could do some kind of limit or guidelines where they won't have to farm I guess cut all of the trees, something like that. Maybe replanting the trees, things like that. So it's there are a lot of different things that he also needs to consider. But I get what I understand where he's coming from, especially if you were able to see the future like that. So it would definitely rattle anyone, and I guess try their best to prevent that from happening. But it's still so far ahead into the future. But I guess his thinking is that Thorfinn's, I guess the Norsemen is like the catalyst of that happening. But it will eventually, because either way, even if Thorfinn doesn't do this or establish his country here, eventually other foreigners will stumble, other conquerors. I guess that's the thing, is that It depends on which kind of people who comes first, because if the invaders is a little bit more violent or a little bit more forceful instead of what Thorfinn is trying, because Thorfinn is trying to do it like diplomatically, a lot more peaceful instead of just conquering and taking over. So it's more like coexisting with how Thorfinn with Thorfinn's approach. So yeah. Okay, 194. Thousand-Year Voyage Part 3. For the latest info on Season 2, see the poster. Enemy discovered at the food storage. Oh, rats. Rats. Chop. Vinland's short summer has ended. Crash. Wow, over there, Carly. Bang. Wait, you today. Oh, pests. I guess they will have to deal with the pests. I guess plague eventually if it gets worse. Today I'll get you. You. Wow, pregnant lady, what are you doing? Thorfinn, the rats are in the wheat sacks again. Surprised me. You shouldn't be running. What happens if you fall? Give the rats. It's okay. I'll take care of everything. Rest. Sit down. Rest. Sit down. The rats have spread already. I'm so pissed. They just stand there right in front of me eating the wheat. They're underestimating us humans. They have been spreading. Between the wheat and the vegetables, we had a big harvest for them to sneak food from. Woof woof, that way, mama. Carly. Killed what? Is Thorfinn home? Ready, poo. I guess he'll... what are they building? What are they building there? I didn't hear anything about it. Looks like a fort. A fort? Looks like Ivar and Uge are in charge. Thorfinn's here. Good morning, Ivar. What exactly are you? Establishment of defenses. To what end? Worst case scenario. From now, we just need to protect the ships. We're building a protective wall with a wharf at the center. We'll also build food storage and armor inside the enclosure. Ivar, that plan was already rejected at the last thing, for requiring too much time and manpower. Markland was still safe then. Things are different now. If this fort is built by volunteers in their free time, nobody can complain. We're building a fort? Yeah. You didn't know? You've been helping us. I understand. In the light of the current events, if the majority of the pioneers... That's no good, Thorfinn. If the other side has gained supporters since then, the settlers will become divided. But Hild, leave it to me. Ivar, explain this fort to me again. It's supposed to protect us from the Git-Peace tribe. Are Git-Peace people the enemy now? Even if you can't deny there's a chance they'll become our enemies if we wait for them to attack, it'll be too late to build the fort. You admit that Git-Peace tribes aren't our enemy at the moment, Ivar. So, from what point will they become our enemy? Yeah. From the moment they see this fort, the Lenu will see our growing mistrust. Mistrust breeds mistrust. Hostility invites hostility. In the future, if we go to war with the Lenu, it will have been because of this wall. Right now, you're spending your free time building a cause for war. Yeah. Yeah. If you think that's stupid, then take it apart. Yeah, that's true. Those aren't the words of a victor. In order to win, we need to reinforce. Ivar, my turn. I guess this is Uge? She's just wearing a helmet, or Uge is a different person? I understand, Hild. You mean that arms are an obstacle to a relationship of mutual trust with the Linu? Meaning, without weapons, the relationship of mutual trust with the Linu will continue forever. That's your dream. It can't work. Even you must think that in your heart, Hild. It's not just about having no weapons. Mutual dependence on both sides is important. We need to create a relationship where their stability is dependent on our own. The Linu have grown to love bread. The Linu's maple syrup has become vital to our way of life. Like that, if we deepen our relationship, then we just need to learn how to make maple syrup, don't we? And conversely, if the Linu learn how to cultivate the wheat, the dependency will break down. Not good. Yeah, it is true. He's also saying what he's saying is also makes sense. Not good. He's elegant. Therefore, Thorfinn, I like your agreeability, but an agreeable leader is a problem. There was a good opportunity to talk, to decide what kind of relationship we'll have with the Linu moving forward. I demand an emergency meeting. Yeah. I guess what he's saying makes sense as well, because eventually there will come a point that something might happen accidentally or something, because you cannot really tell what what people will do, because but also Hild makes a good point that wall showing that, I guess, having that kind of I guess showing that putting up defenses is somewhat showing that they are being threatened with the Linu, and I guess what she's saying is that showing some kind of mistrust, especially with how the relationship is going. I think they need to communicate first with regards to what happened to the people in Markland with the current tribe that they are with, so that, because I think there's some kind of misunderstanding, especially with what the shaman is doing. So I think they need that information. They need to clarify that, and they need to come up with some kind of agreement or terms with that shaman as well, or with the different tribes, so that it wouldn't have to come down to having this kind of barrier or some kind of misunderstanding. Because yeah, I understand what they're thinking is that because of what happened to the Markland, who knows that those tribe, not just the tribe, the current tribe that they're with, will attack them, or other forces as well. So I think they just need to clarify those things first, and then also explain, if in case they really come to an agreement where they have to build walls or fortify their village, they need to explain, I guess, it in a way where it wouldn't become a misunderstanding that they're showing some kind of hostility or preparing for some kind of event where I guess what Hild is saying is a causality for war. So yeah, but I also understand what this guy is saying, that yeah, Thorfinn needs to have some kind of resolve, where he needs to have a guidelines or rules, and he really needs to step up. He needs to be a little bit more initiative. He needs to a little bit more assertive on what he wants, how he wants the village to exist, and I guess also be able to rally the people, because right now the people is divided. So he needs to become much more assertive and take control of as a leader. Because right now he's just somewhat fumbling and I guess a little bit passive on with regards to decision making and just letting people decide on what they want to do. And eventually some people will with the bad thing with that is that people wanting to do whatever they want eventually will create some conflict with other people who also want to do what they want. So there needs to be some kind of guidelines, and I think it's a good thing that Hild is trying to help Thorfinn here. So yeah, they really need to discuss things, and not just within them, they also need to communicate. I guess the problem is they still haven't. I guess they need Bug Eyes. I think Bug Eyes will definitely play an important role because he's the diplomat. I guess he's the one who has more knowledge with regards to the language communication with. Yeah, I guess that's a big issue. Is the communication thing. I didn't think that Thorfinn, that Bug Eyes would be the one who'd be able to learn the language much faster. But I think the good thing is that the assistant of the shaman and Bug Eyes get along well, so they could also talk to each other, especially with regards to, because this all started because of the shaman and everything was going so well if it weren't for his premonition. So okay, 195. Okay, we're back with Thorkel. You were born as a man. Oh, this is I think Cordelia. Probably. Oh no. You were born as a man after all, Halvor. What are you doing, Halvor? Charge. Cordelia knows the swords exist. Memories of conflict. Oh, maybe. Oh no. Oh, this is Cordelia's flashback or something. Memories of conflict are resurrected. What do you think I spent all that money on you for? Look at this guy, not a bit of fighting spirit. How lame, haha. What a waste of that huge body. Swords are necessary. When the time when they will be needed is coming. Cordelia, somewhere you will find a place where you can live as yourself. Let us begin the thing. There is one topic under discussion. Whether or not we must arm ourselves. The dream of a world without weapons is the subject of the thing. I guess Thorfinn needs to have a sound argument with regards to, because yeah, this is how he wanted the leadership, I guess the decision making to be an agreement between the villagers, which is a good thing. And yeah, I think it's a challenge for Thorfinn, but I think he could do it, especially with the support of Hild as well and Einar. First, the proponent of armament, Ivar, please speak. Weapons are absolutely necessary. I'll begin with my point of view. It's stupid to hash this out point by point. I'm not saying that everyone isn't thinking, right? It was just a condition of this pioneering thing. Thorfinn, let go of the agreeable shtick. You didn't open the meeting. You're the boss. Push through your opinions. Yeah. I don't want to dictate the policy of our village based on my own opinions. I agree with Stork. I think this is a good opportunity. I want to take this opportunity to talk to all of the settlers about war. I guess this is a great opportunity for Thorfinn to tell his story, to tell who he was, what he has done, and how he comes to this dream, and how he was able to fulfill it without any kind of violence. So I think that's a good good convincing factor that yeah, he went through the violence part. He went through using weapons, and what he's trying to achieve is he was able to so far he is able to prove that it is possible, it is attainable, and I guess he just needs to convince them. Want to take this opportunity. Thorfinn, Bagais is coming this way as well. Got it, thanks. But what if after the discussion everyone decides to choose arms? It'll be okay. All the women are for peace. They've got to be kidding. Talking about preparing for war. It won't be okay though. Men outnumber women 3-1. What I'm saying is nobody can guarantee good relation between us and the Lenu. To them, we're just invaders in the first place. The settlement's a success. The population of our village will only continue to grow. That means we will have to keep expanding our fields. In other words, keep talking more and more of the Lenu's lands. Keep taking more and more of the Lenu's. If they aren't stupid, they must have realized that by now. You understand? We need weapons and fortifications, but the Lenu haven't shown any signs of aggression towards us, right? If I were the enemy, I would hide it until it was time to attack, to catch them off guard. Please don't, Mr. Oge. We shouldn't call the Lenu our enemies at this stage. But Ivar has a point. Unless we prepare to defend ourselves, we won't even be able to work in the fields in peace. Isn't the premise of a country without war a false one to begin with? But you joined him with that context in the first place, and now that man, I guess they're somewhat getting greedy now because things are going well and they're trying to decide on their own. But that was what Thorfinn was trying to advocate from the beginning, and because this is just the beginning. Eventually, once war starts, eventually slavery and all those things will eventually follow as well. So, and that's the thing, is there's the whole point why Thorfinn went here in the first place. And I guess we'll see. We need to be well armed to avoid war. We cannot base the policies of our village on the goodwill of the Lenu. I think we should arm ourselves as well. Yes, me too. Yes. Can I speak? Please, Gudrid. I'm telling you this from a woman's point of view. It's always men who start the wars. That's right. No matter how many times the women ask them to stop because it's a nuisance, they don't listen. Do you ever think about what the women actually feel when the men are at war? What about you, Mr. Dad over there? Huh? No? Win, Daddy. Quit playing around and get back to the fields. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. Seriously, that can't be true. But we're risking our lives for our families. That's awful. Don't lose focus. Have you all forgotten before we started on our journey? Thorfinn told you, yeah. We want to create a country without slaves or war. Didn't everyone join us as settlers knowing this? Yeah. We need to arm ourselves so we don't have to go to war. Don't make me say it again. You're right. War is the man's job. Women should stay out of it. Ha, there it is. What's that? Women should stay out. Blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, you just want to go to war. You just want to rage around showing off how manly you are. Don't you, macho man? This bitch. Ivar, keep it down. Don't get emotional. Looking for an excuse to start a war, but regretting it when everything turns to ash. I've seen that kind of thing all over the old country. We came to Vinland to do things differently. So you guys need to stop thinking that war is the man's job. Men don't have to fight if they don't want to. Oh, look at my husband. Is there anyone that has had... Is there anyone that has had as much male pressure on them? He's a new type of man, worthy of Vinland. I love his personality, avoiding conflict. I respect him. He's cool. Ivar, you like war, don't you? You're looking for an excuse to start one. That's why I disagree with all your claims. Keep it together. Keep it together. Men can also not go to war. Of course, Cordelia. That's what Vinland is all about, right, Thorfinia? Please stay yourself, Cordelia. Hating war like you do. Okay, I got the gist of it. In short, this debate is about Ivar smuggled a sword. Here we go. I saw it myself. Ivar brought swords to Vinland. Damn you. Yeah, thanks, Game Lafty. Hold on to that. Thorfinn is furious. Man, I've never seen him this mad before. I guess you've seen him. So far, the moment they left Vinland, the moment after the Yoms Vikings, we've never seen him this furious again. Because this risks a lot of things. And this is his policy before joining. And yeah. I'm sorry, I brought it secretly against your rules, but I don't care about your butts. We don't need that kind of thing in Vinland. Give it here, I'll turn it into a sickle blade. Everyone in Arnhide's village, I want you to listen. Thorfinn thinks Vinland does not need swords. We think they are necessary. What do you people think? Gather around and stay behind the one you agree with. Damn, for real? What do we do? Which way to go? Us as well? Yep, children as well. And what about Hild? Oh, they're divided now. That's almost an exact split between men and women. Jeez, I told you so. Damn it, it's unfair. But I guess it's still their choice though. But I guess this is a lot more. This will bring more conflict because yeah, this will definitely create some kind of confusion with the Lenu. And all the men really are war-loving idiots. It's not quite that we love it, Gudrid. It's about security. Security, well, basically, normally if we're not heavily armed, we can't even sleep at night because we don't feel safe. Sorry for being a cowardly man. What the heck? If you're aware of that, why don't you just change it? Well, it doesn't work like that. The Lenu have men as well. And they must be cowards just like us. For just being pacifists won't work. The others might attack us. Once that kind of suspicion rises in your heart, there's only one way to get rid of it. Making sure you have the upper hand when it comes to military might. That is the only way. So we can't settle disputes through talking. That's repudiating the significance of our thing. Talking is already about force. A strong man does not want to talk to a weak man. Oh, I guess maybe Thorfinn could convince him through strength. Without equal strength, you won't even make it to the negotiation table. That's your point of view. There are also those open to conversation if you just invite them in. Look. Nurse. First of all, we need to have a good talk. That comes before strengthening our armed forces. It's the first resort, Ivar. With the arrival, so I guess Thorfinn is prepared for this. So this is what I'm mentioning, is that they need to involve the other parties as well, the Lenu. So I think this is the shaman, right? He's also here. So yeah, this is good that they need to discuss things. That's the most important thing. And if there's a disagreement, I guess that's where they need to defend. I guess prepare. And in case that once there is a disagreement and nothing comes into terms and they are really in threat of being attacked, I guess that's where they could go to what Thorfinn is saying, that to the last resort. And but they need to they need to do the first step for the first resort first, which is discussing things, make it diplomatic and peaceful as much as they can. So yeah. Okay, chapter 19. Oh no, that's it. Okay, I guess we have reached. I finally caught up to the latest chapters. Things are getting good and a lot more, I guess, more argumentative or more like reasoning. And I guess this is one of the good thing. I guess one of the cool things about this manga is that it's not really just about, I guess because he started with more action and then but I've come to love this manga because of, I guess, the story, the real life scenarios and basis arguments, and very very reasonable arguments with regards to, I guess, a country or a civilization or a village or leaderships, those kinds of things. And yeah, I'm really glad to be able to catch up to this series again, and I hope you enjoyed my joining my read through as well. If you would like to share your thoughts or maybe clarify some things or maybe anything you'd like to let me know or share, feel free to comment down below or let me know in the chat, and maybe in my next read through, I don't know, I think it's monthly, the next chapters. But yeah, maybe things I missed or maybe references, especially this is heavy on history, and the thing is I'm really bad at history. I've only vague knowledge with regards to historical events, but I have some bit of ideas, especially I guess with this is a good thing with some media that are historically accurate. They're very educational, and I guess that's one of the another benefit of having Vinland Saga is they will tell you that this is based upon historical events, and it's a very educational series, and at the same time very entertaining. So yeah, I'm really looking forward on how Thorfinn will deal with this, because this is more like a challenge for a real challenge for any kind of leader, that eventually there will be some kind of different opinions within the group, and the thing is they need to discuss things, clarify some things, and especially if the other party is not there, they need to involve all parties that are involved in the conflict, so that there won't be any kind of misunderstanding. At the same time, they will be able to set some kind of rules or guidelines, or maybe be able to clarify things, especially with what happened to the other people from the forgot where was that? Was it the I forgot the name, where the villagers were I think they definitely been kidnapped, taken captives by the other Lino tribe. So yeah, anything else? I guess tomorrow I'll be doing Gintama. I'll be ranking Gintama openings, and it's going to be very nostalgic, and I'm also looking forward to, I guess, listening again to Gintama opening songs, and maybe I'll also include ending songs as well, if doing the ranking the openings isn't going to take too long. So It's going to be I guess the one thing is that a lot of the Gintama openings and EDs are really good. They're really good, and I just want to look back and at the same time, I guess, rate which one is my favorite and least favorite, depending on the music and also the animation. So I guess I'm going to base it upon that. But yeah, and if you want to join me and maybe share your thoughts, or maybe which ones is your favorite Gintama openings and endings, feel free to join me the same time around tomorrow, 9 p.m. What is, I think, I guess it's what, I guess the schedule is posted. I'm not sure what is it in your current time, but it's the same time. I'll be streaming regularly during that time. And but tomorrow I'll be doing Gintama openings. Maybe the next day I'll be doing anime reactions or watch-alongs. So I'm still not sure how it will play out on streaming, but I guess we'll see. What else? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this read through. And if you have any other, I guess, reaction or manga read through request, let me know in the comments. Or maybe you want to give advice with regards to, I guess, the live stream or the video. Maybe things you want to let me know with regards to maybe things I could improve or change with regards to the reaction or read through. I would really be helpful. And if you enjoyed this read through, leave a like, and if this is your first time here, feel free to subscribe. And also, if you want to support the channel, you could also support my channel through super chat or super thanks. You could also join my memberships. I have now memberships where I'll be doing, I guess, once I have members, I'll be doing additional live streams and other action contents, and it will really be able to help me continue doing this continuously in the future. So that would be I would really be thankful if you decide to support the channel. It would really help a lot to help me sustain this channel. So that's pretty much it, and thanks for watching. See you again on my next stream or next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.